my big thing is, like, I would rather be alone than with somebody who makes me feel lonely.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you. That is a perfect way to put it. Like, how fucking lonely do you have to feel in that crowd of fucking people? Because you're vying for all this fucking attention. And one of the premises of that kind of emotional dating is like, this person is going to give me special attention that nobody else gives me. This person is going to fulfill an attentive need that just nobody else is qualified to give me or nobody else can give me. And like, what are they doing? They're out trying to score puss at the bar. Like, that's what that represents. At least, like, Danskin, the YouTuber Danskin is like an adamant poly person, and he's like, I just love a lot of people. I'm like, you actually don't love anybody. What you do is you like to get your dick wet, and you like to hang out and have friends. And you know what's neat? You're allowed to just do that. You don't have to fucking think you're real high and mighty about it. Like you don't have you can't have
Hey,
that much deep romantic emotional love. Like that's not how that
if you
fucking thing functions.
if you just wanna be a hoe, be a hoe. Don't dress it up in, like, pretty clothes, like, just do it.
Mortal words of Too Short.
Yeah, my motto on it has been that women will get called sluts for the exact same behavior men will be called poly for. That's it. Just like being horny and acting upon it will just get them called sluts if you're a woman, but if you're a dude, oh, he's poly, it's fine. It's the same thing. It's the same thing as like, what's the difference between domestic abuse and BDSM? It's that when you talked about what you like to do at home, you added the word kink. That's it. That's the difference. Because if I told you that like I just beat my wife senseless, you would be like, "Oh my god, Dan's a monster." But if I was like, "It's my kink to beat my wife senseless," we are trained by internet bullshit and liberal propaganda to be like, "Oh, we can't mess with his kink," even though his kink involves fucking punching his wife
Dude,
in the
that's
face.
not even how that works.
That is exactly how that
Like, I
works.
hate
Like a
that is
dog.
not how that works.
Like a
No,
Like a
dog.
it's
dog.
not.
Every liberal. If I told you my kink was cutting, you would be like, "Oh, that's your kink, man. It's weird, but that's fine. Rock you." But if I was like, "I cut people," or "I cut myself," you'd be like, "You need help," because we're trained
Well,
like
okay, I'm
dogs to
not
think
gonna
like
say
that.
that doesn't work for every. Okay, when I
Yeah,
say that,
he means
that's
for
not how it
liberals.
is. It's not the same for everybody, dude.
He means for
Like,
liberals.
When he says everybody, he does mean liberals
I do mean
generally.
libs. Yeah,
okay,
everybody's a lib.
okay,
We
I would
live in a
like
liberal
over here,
society.
like,
You gotta keep
but
up. He'll say libs and then he'll go ahead and cycle to everybody, meaning libs, which are most people.
I kind of do mean most people though. You gotta
That's what I'm
understand,
saying.
I am
That's what I'm
not.
saying.
I am
That is what
sex
I'm saying.
positive up to a point.
I'm saying you mean libs as in most people. And
I,
in that
I
case you are correct.
yeah, you interpret me how you will, of
I'm
course.
not mad about the lip part, dude. It's that saying that, like,
You
because
can't.
I
Yes,
like
Tim.
to be spanked, that my husband's somehow beating me.
I got bad news.
that is exactly what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. That's just the
Yeah,
end of the story.
that's what I'm like, bro.
Yeah, I got bad news for
No.
you. You need to re-examine that. That's all I'm saying. I would re-examine it because I'll tell you what, somebody putting their hands around my fucking throat, I'm in self-defense mode.
Well, I don't give a shit what you do. I
I'm
don't
just
fucking
saying.
care.
I'm just saying. If I told you if I strangled women for pleasure, you would be like, that's a sadistic sex killer. If I told you it was my kink, you'd be like, oh, BDSM, that's cute. Yeah, yeah, it's one word. It's one word.
No, I
We need
wouldn't.
to
Not if it's
rethink.
not consensual.
We need to
Get
rethink.
spicy.
We need to rethink what we're doing.
I do think that consent is the crucial defining factor in the difference there.
Yeah, like, bro,
You're talking. Hold
I
on.
wouldn't consent to being knocked the fuck out. Like, I don't consent to that.
You consent.
What the fuck?
You have the same. Like, here's the thing that really will piss people off. Then let me really go at it. Let me really triple down.
Yeah,
Ready?
sure, why not? Might
Ready?
as well piss
You
people
ready
off
for this one?
because
It is the same. The logic that is applied to BDSM and consent is the same logic that's applied to capitalism consent because they are reflective activities. Oh yeah. I am a very, very interesting person when you start digging through this skull.
Oh, we're getting into it tonight,
We
huh?
are getting into it tonight. I
Dan
don't
is
buy
a
the
very
bullshit.
naughty boy tonight.
I don't buy any bullshit.
I
It's touching
mean,
the stove again.
I put my face on the
I'm
stove
not
and cranked it.
I'm
I have
not gonna
zero
argue
fear.
with you because that's what you want.
That is what I want.
So
That's what drives content. That's what we're on
Unload.
a
Unload.
you want me to? Oh shit. Okay. Well, fuck you. What if I'm the one beating him?
I got bad news. I got bad news. It works the same way in both directions. If I were to say that my fetish is kicking dudes' asses versus I kick dudes' asses, one of those is like, whoa, settle down, and the other one is like, oh, we're supposed to celebrate this in public. Definitely, we should have a demonstration. And I will say this one is uniquely limited to libs, right? Conservatives are very prudish, but conservatives are like, they also have the understanding of consent in a master-slave relationship, which is just always rape.
Yeah,
So
the conservatives took it too far in the wrong direction.
yeah, they definitely looked at the worst possible decision and went, "That's the one I'm gonna pick." Every time a like that's another general rule, barring a couple errant like observations that are superficially correct. Conservatives will always be like, "What's the worst possible decision?" Okay, and how can I max it and make it worse though? They go right down that rabbit hole every fucking time. That's why I talk about libs. The conservatives are basically dogs to me. They don't register as people. They're not functioning human organisms. They are just monsters with unchecked ids fucking being destructive. When people talk about conservatism, they talk about them as if they were rigid, fucking orderly creatures. The conservatives are basically the alien hive in an alien movie. They are just feral creatures designed to murder. That ideology is dehumanizing and reductive to the point where they are just a murderous feral creature running around the planet. So that is they are not they should not be treated as people. They have the burden, they have the onus of evidence to define their own relationship to the rest of humanity in a way that does not put them as a fucking type of predator.
I'm just gonna, before we get
Dan,
much
you
further
know what
here,
you
I'm gonna
need?
put a big old asterisk on this episode. That's just, can we put Jenk's usual caveats like these are legally jokes, might be more extreme than necessary.
Legally,
Let's just put
Dan
that as
is
a
writing a
general
book.
caveat.
These opinions might not reflect any of the opinions of anyone other than the person who said it.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
You chicken shit cowards, look at you run. You don't
I'm
know
not
what
chicken shit.
dialectic.
I know
I don't
where
give
my
a fuck about
positions stand.
liberals, but
Yeah, well, that's the other thing. We're dog trained in this society to take care of animals as if they're totally devoid of responsibility. So, of course, we always worry about how do the conservatives feel. That's the other insidious trick. Because they're so dehumanized by their own decision making, we pity them like animals instead of
You're
putting them
going
down
for
like the
full
rabid dogs
spice
they are
today.
until they learn the proper behavior.
You're
I
so fucking,
swear to
you're
God,
so fucking
I'm
spicy
hearing some
today.
fucking.
If they're not going to act like people, we have no onus to treat them like people. When a bear is attacking you, you have a responsibility of fight or flight. And if the flight is taken away from you, you are permitted morally to fight. Conservatives do that on an
Oh,
hourly
boy.
basis and expect you to run away from it. Fuck that. Castle doctrine. You run into a conservative immediately. Just invoke the castle doctrine. You're covered.
Scream the words castle doctrine at his face.
Howell's moving castle doctrine. I got to
Uh-huh.
say that
Yep.
twice this week, and I'm pretty fucking.
That's pretty good. I like it.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Moving castle doctrine.
It's Tyler. It was Bear Nurse at Bear Nurse on Twitter.
Do I know them? I don't know if I know. I don't know them intimately. You know what I do know?
I know because
On
you're such a fucking
site.
butt slut, you polycule cunt.
Whoa.
Jeez, I think you're misunderstanding how this debate is supposed to go. See, what I do is I say a spicier take, then I get rejected on X, Y, and Z grounds, then I keep going. A pile of insults is nothing. That's just, I don't know. That's again like that. Wow, Ben Shapiro. What I'm gonna do now is I'm going to have dry sex with my wife. She enjoys it. That's why she's always yawning and going, "That hurts. Stop it." You know, that's like where are we going with this? Where are we going with this? Come on, hit me with structure. We need structure.
I feel like I wandered into that Monty Python argument clinic
Yeah.
skit, and it's like, no, that Well, that's not an argument. Oh, no, sorry, sir. This is abuse. You want the door down the hall.
All right, I'm spent. I finished. The debate busted.
You shot your wad already? Really?
No, actually I didn't. Hold on, I can keep going here. I got stamina to go all night with this one. So anyway,
I mean, Dan, if there's something else that's your kink, we can talk about that instead.
Yeah.
No.
You like feet?
Dude,
Such
Yeah,
your kink?
that was
Ew. Feet. Gross. Sweaty fucking things. Fucking sock sniffers. See, that's a liberal fetish. It's a holdover from the fucking conservatives who sniff their own socks and they're like, I fucking love the smell of my own feet. I know I trampled a poor person today. It's another liberal holdover fetish that they're trying to fucking normalize and teach everybody it's okay, and in the absence of any fucking decent society, everyone's like, yeah, it's fine. Sniff your own socks. That sounds good and moral and just. Like, no, JD Vance is a sock sniffer. I can tell you that right now. That guy, right in on those socks. Did you hear that? Did you get that noise?
He's not doing lines of coke. He's doing
Oh,
lines
yeah.
of socks.
He's doing lines of his own socks, like right there. Fucked up Western PA sinuses, fucked up Western Ohio sciences, fucking West Virginian sciences. Oh yeah, right there. That's him on the socks, baby. So deep they're clearing out. And fucking right after work,
Fuck.
he's just like, I said something fucked up about women today. He's looking at himself on the news, checking his fucking mascara, and then he's just in it, just right there.
I wonder if his mascara has a little bit of that sock in it. Is that why he puts it on so heavy?
I think so.
Little.
Keep him
I
going
think he
through the
smears
day.
it with that sock.
He does that. You know how the kids are talking about pheromone maxing, where they fucking put their nut sweat on their necks to try to attract women.
Are you kidding me?
No.
The actual fuck are you talking about?
Conservatives are weird. That's what I'm talking about. That's the point of tonight's lecture.
Oh boy.
Maxing? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, pheromone maxing they call it.
Jeez.
Rubbing fucking raw ball sweat on themselves. Yeah, he's a pheromone maxer, but he's just dipping his fingers in his socks throughout the day on a particularly hot fucking Tuesday, and he's just like, I'm gonna get that on there right under his nose.
If anybody has actually made it that far,
That's
this far
amazing
in this
'cause of
episode,
it's
don't do
amazing. It's amazing because the complete lack of like, did they do any studies? Like, what the fuck? Why would you use the pheromones of the same person who's broken? Like, I can't.
They're not.
You gotta use.
It's all because they can't smell your balls through your jeans. If they could only smell your balls, they would all be dropping it like it's hot.
But the libs won't let you flash your testicles in public anymore, so this is how I have to pheromone max and present the stench of my testicles to women. I don't know why they don't like me so much. I don't know why. I don't know why girls don't like me. I just smell like my balls. Yeah, it's a fucking mystery, pal.
Oh my
No
god,
one
if I
is
actually
solved
smelled
it.
somebody who smelled like their balls, I'd probably gag.
It
Yeah.
is mouth smells. His mouth smells like a dirty sock.
Yeah, he's been chewing on the sock to get the real flavor, the raw flavor. Sickos. The lot of them are sickos. That's my point. They're all sickos. If the conservatives are doing it in secret, it's wrong to do it in public. This isn't hard. You know,
But I can
everybody.
still
That's
do
our
it in
new-
secret.
That's our new barrier for entry. If a conservative would do it in secret, you shouldn't do it in public.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
all right, so I can
Dan,
still do it
one
in
of those
secret
things
though.
is be gay.
No, you should see the kind of gay they are. I'm
Yeah,
gonna go
that's
out on a
fair.
limb. Conservative gay
Yeah.
is wrong.
You know what? That's fair. That's
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say those fellows don't deserve to get punched in the back of the head during anal. All right, I know that's a bold stance in our fucking liberal permissive society, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say they don't have it coming.
you know what, Dan. It's not my normal position, but in this case, you might be right.
I might be correct on something.
Yeah. The conservative version of gay might be impermissible in public.
Yeah, anything that requires you to threaten a man with a handgun to have gay sex with him is wrong. I fucking stake in my. I will fight on that hill to the death. That is not how you treat my brothers.
Oh boy.
God damn it! I put my foot down on that.
Thank God.
Yeah. So anyway, right? So that's why, like, when I say everyone, I mean the libs, because I've already factored out the conservatives as human beings. So at that point, we're left with the liberal subjects in society, and everybody else is basically middling to liberal, because if they identify as a conservative, I've already unidentified them as a human. Took me 2 seconds to figure that out. Yeah, I'm a fiscal conservative. Dog. Just barks and yips from you. Nothing you say makes any sense. I need a newspaper and some of that squirt bottle shit to get you not to fuck my couch. By the way, JD Vance, that's a fucking fiscal conservative. That's what he comes from. When he starts talking about how we need to fucking watch women ovulating and spotting, that's what fiscal conservative is. Like, that's rip one layer back, go right under the we shouldn't spend money on kids. Rip right in the next layer is we need to fucking have a database of spotting women during their pregnancy. All of it is unilaterally dog shit. And when they go, the libs are weirdos, I agree. Do you know why they're weird? Because everything you do in the dark, in a fucking monstrous way, they try to launder into public and normalize for you. Everything. Every fucking thing. They're like, yeah, all sex should require a handgun. At least in the house for play purposes. Fuck. It's just gunplay. Just gunplay if you break into a woman's house and fucking rob her at knife point. Just a little bit of knife play. There's a little bit of play. You know, things that conservatives normally do for their dating, I presume. I don't know how they date. I can't imagine it's any fun. At least
It is
for the
for
woman.
them, I think.
I don't even think they're enjoying it. They're like, I gotta
They're
get
not
away.
even having a good time.
I gotta get away with this because the liberals still call my fucking fetish a crime.
It's just my fetish. According to some of them, it's a hate crime. I don't know,
Yeah.
whatever.
It's my fetish to burn this cross on a black man's front lawn. I don't know why they're all uppity about my fetish. You know, it's not my fault they don't consent. Yeah, not interested.
No.
Don't like it. I don't think this is the real bold thing. I don't think consent means what a lot of people think it means. Because when you start talking about those power imbalances and shit, you got to look at a couple of things. You got to look at on the axis of more permissive. You got to look at okay as consent as much as definitely. And likewise, you got to look at do they actually have the power to say no to you? If they say no to you, are you going to hit them? Are you going to pull out a knife? Are you going to pull out a gun? Are you going to burn a cross in their lawn? Are you going to fucking make sure they go homeless because you're mad at them for fucking, consent goes a lot deeper. It goes a lot
Wait,
deeper.
but isn't that like going into what some folks were saying a
once
while
told
back
me.
about how any heterosexual sex is actually rape
That comes from
because
Dworkin.
women can't consent because of the implied threat. And
That comes from Dworkin. I don't think Dworkin's entirely right, but like, let's not kid ourselves. There's something to that.
There's a kernel of truth.
the women can't consent is what you're
I
telling
don't
me.
think women can't
sir,
consent.
we finally found it. We found the one issue that you're more radical than I am on. Congratulations.
It's not that I don't think women can consent. I think, like, if you look at a cop's marriage, if you look at your standard, I don't think bourgeoisie women can
Trad
consent.
wife.
You're definitely your trad wives. Definitely your trad wives. They have consented to something they did not realize they were getting into, and they'll often tell you that when they break out of that trad wife bullshit. Because it's weird how quickly they become bourgeoisie feminists. The trad wife to bouge feminist pipeline is 1,000 fucking % real. And it is because I think Dworkin overstates the case, but I don't think Dworkin is wrong. I don't think bourgeoisie relationships can be built on a kind of consent that involves, like, sexual equality. I don't think they can like it. I think that's part of the appeal to just your
It's the
average
setting on
bourgeoisie
the
man.
dryer.
Kinda. They're gonna have to get theirs on the back end on the dryer, or by threatening some pool boy, or whatever. Like the rape has to continue in a bourgeoisie relationship. Because remember, a bourgeoisie relationship as opposed to a proletariat relationship is fundamentally based on rape. Because look at all of their other social relationships. Like we call it, if you sexually harass a woman at work, we call that harassment. That is more or less the same patterns of behavior, just without the physical act culminated, the actual rape taking place. It is the preliminary steps to finding somebody dishuman enough or inhuman enough to rape them. You have to pass through that to get to the point where you can get to the actual act. So, like in a bourgeoisie relationship, no, I'm pretty sure it all is. I think Dworkin's not wrong there. I think she overstates the case because in a proletarian relationship, I think it's pretty often that we underestimate the power of women. I think they're a lot more equal in those relationships. It doesn't always feel like that because of division of domestic labor and gendered labor, but like they're a lot more. Although, if you were to be like, that's not true, my proletarian buddy, I had to stop being his friend because I knew he beat his wife. Yeah, that's true too. Those things aren't like in conflict. Some people are shitty, and those will produce
Yeah.
relationships that mirror the bourgeoisie masters. But I don't think there's a bourgeoisie relationship that isn't built on some sort of fundamental like power indifference, and I think it mostly skews male. You might convince me that Bill Clinton's indiscretions are a part of that, but you'd also just be as likely to convince me that Bill Clinton's indiscretions were a part of his payoff.
Mm.
Like within the structure of their marriage, because like not only did she
Yeah.
not run from him, it just looks like she beat the shit out of him. He's dying now. Like,
Oh, because
What if
he
you're
didn't
the one that
deliver.
has?
She was
What if you're
supposed
the
to be
one that has
president.
the money and you like to be beat?
What's
What's that
that?
then? What if you're
He's a
the one that
paypig.
has the money and the power and likes to be beaten?
That's a false kind of
What's
submission, isn't
that?
it? That's literally the premise to a lot of BDSM clubs and their rich fucking people who show up there. That's like the entire premise of it.
But what if you are that?
That's what
I
I'm saying.
mean,
I just answered that. That's the premise to most BDSM clubs, so I think that's like when you boil it down, like that's 100% in line. That just means you have a false fetishization for being fake powerless without actually being powerless. And if you
I
want me
don't.
to be really
What if
cold,
you just like pain?
yeah. Let me ask you this. Do you think Pinhead ever experienced pain? Like we always run to
No.
fictional examples. Like you don't think Pinhead ever experienced pain to become the Cenobite that he was?
Oh, I thought you meant like after he become Pinhead. My apologies.
Yeah, I mean after. You don't think he ever experiences pain? I think that's part of it. I think the infliction of pain is equivalent to the reception of pain. I think that's what's fetishized, the misery itself. A lot of people sugarcoat that in all those fucking pro Hellraiser videos, but like let's get darker with it for a second. What if you're just fetishizing inflicting misery? What if
Well,
the
wouldn't
aesthetic
it
and
be
action of inflicting
fun?
misery?
But isn't it fun sometimes to think of hurting the people who have wronged you in some way?
Yeah, but that doesn't make the case better, does it? Because that would imply that you think women have wronged you, which is like, yep, that's what I would expect somebody to say. That's exactly what kind of opinion I would expect those people to say. And they're like, no, this is a healthy way for me to get that feeling out. No, you need a therapist, is what you need. You probably shouldn't look to inflict pain on other people to get that feeling out. Bold stance. You know, That's the way. Like, I don't know. I spent a lot of time recently watching those Hellraiser videos. I was like, what about this in Hellraiser? Blah blah blah. And it's like, okay, I kind of agree. However, like my stance would be a lot more negative
Uh,
because
why do people need to do video explainers of Hellraiser? Why can't you just watch the movie and enjoy it?
because that's all life is now is just content.
Ah,
Yeah.
I just like the cool special effects and like the costumes and stuff.
Yeah, that movie was badass. But like I've heard a lot of people have a sex positive take of Hellraiser, and I'm like, you're fucking insane. Like, you're
What?
yeah.
Wow.
Like, is there, because what it is the rejection of the interpretation that those are literal Christian demons, right? Okay, I actually agree with that take. I think that the idea is not that they're eldritch horrors, not that they're fucking just classic, like these are all Christian demons, blah blah blah, boogeyman in the night, whatever, right? I think that it is a representation of some sort of like higher psychokinetic function that causes subliminal experience to represent in a certain way, and the only way our minds can comprehend it is through this horrific medium, right? But that doesn't make it good. It doesn't make it good. Like that's the part of it that gets left behind is like it's good actually. It's not. Maybe it's not good. Maybe it just because it is a representation of that doesn't make it good. That's a take. That these people are such craven fucking monsters that the infliction of pain to the maximum level where you're literally disfiguring and mutilating the flesh of another human being and dehumanizing it and repurposing it for your own sexual gratification. Maybe that's actually bad. Maybe. Maybe when you say it aloud like that, you're talking about something really fucking hideous, and maybe you shouldn't be so eager to fucking be like, I'm co-signing it. It's cool. I think the movie's cool. I think the idea behind it is horrifying.
I mean, part of the appeal of the movie is exploring horror, right? It is a horror film.
Sure.
Supposed to be the whole point. You're not supposed to
Well,
look at that.
apparently,
and
these
be
people
like,
thought it was a romantic comedy.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this.
God
That's
damn it! I was
exactly where I
hoping
was
that's what it
going.
was.
Look at this beautiful romantic comedy I stumbled upon.
Yeah, Hellraiser. The meet cute and Hellraiser right after you solve the lament configuration.
Like that's like when you're sitting next to the person and they're like, the killer is right in everything they've ever done in this entire story, and you're like,
The
what?
What did you just say? What came out of that mouth? Where did that mind go with that one? Let's hear that one again.
What part of killing an innocent does not compute with you, sir?
Yeah, I said that killing an innocent was cool, actually. Okay, that's
That
also
is a take.
that's a take. Yeah, that's a thing you can say. I agree. Those words can be formed. That sentence is coherent. I understood it. Holy shit, counterpoint.
10 minutes later, I had a fascist phase.
Yeah, 10 minutes later. I was just going through a fascist phase last week.
This is the last kind of video I ever would have wanted to make. I've deeply hurt others. I'm going to take some time off to reconsider.
Yeah. Oh shit. We're doing good tonight. We're doing good. Gang, we got through the first half hour like it was fucking nothing. Can you believe that?
Gang, gang.
Gang.
Gang, gang!
What about Gangnam Style? And
Ice cream tastes so good.
grass tastes good.
Gang in the Nam.
Yeah, Gang in the Nam.
Gang in the Nam style.
Gang in the AM. Bang in the PM. What about that one?
Opa.
How we feeling about that, fam? Open gangland style.
Hey,
We got a
sexy
fucking murder.
lady.
We got a murder here. We got an actual fucking murder.
Murder Gangnam Style. So
I'm gonna make one final point on that before we switch topics. I think that sexual liberation is good, not in the bourgeoisie way, right? Because we've seen where that turns out into polycules, into fucking Wall Street finance, into MAGA. That's the pipeline. Like it or not, that's the fucking pipeline you're working with. That's the same shit they did in the 60s. That's how that shit turns out. So you might want to rethink what you're doing, okay? People who are fucking hyper into that. But when you're on your quest for sexual liberation, you got to make sure that you don't make every stop along the way about every fucked up idea the bourgeoisie have about sex because they're a bunch of fucking rapists. You might want to rethink the whole fucking dynamic before you start doing that shit. I'm just saying, if you're taking your advice on dating from rapists, you're going to be fucking mortified to find out how you act.
The other person in that room says it's not exploitation, we're helping them.
Yeah.
You're like, how exactly are you?
Yeah, what I'm doing is helping. They're bleeding right now. I just have a blood fetish. Okay. Okay. All
That's
right.
fucked. No.
Look,
Yeah.
all we gotta
Yeah.
do, all we gotta do is trade away some Palestinians, and then we got ourselves.
Yeah.
Then we come up on this deal.
Yeah. It'll only take about 100,000 more Palestinians to get to arrive at a really good deal, really fair deal.
I was gonna say,
We're so
I don't
close.
think it matters what route we take the
You know
Palestinians.
they were dead anyway.
Yeah.
they
Put
were
a little
already
more
dead.
blood for the
That is
blood god. He's
not
going to get it
what
eventually
I'm
anyway.
saying. That is not what I'm fucking saying. I
That
just
is not what
sucks because
it's
we
not what
don't.
they're saying. Do you prefer they or she? I've never gotten this right, and I'm trying.
It doesn't matter.
Okay. All right. As long as I'm not doing it wrong. I'm trying not to.
God, no,
Yeah.
no, you're not.
Okay, cool.
Correct us if we do
I
it wrong.
joke that my pronouns are just don't call me late for dinner.
See, that's fun. That's a fun one.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun. We're having fun, aren't we?
So yeah.
Let's talk about Hellraiser again some more. So anyway, back to the rapes in Hellraiser.
I
You know what?
didn't
God,
show
How
that
they're
excerpt to
so
my mom.
fucking bougie. Tell me more about these bougie rapes in Hellraiser.
Fuck yeah.
I could see Pinhead in a top hat and cane. Yeah, the top hats got like is made of like nails. Yeah.
I'm sure in
And he
one of the
sings
awful
Putting on the
sequels
Rip.
there are. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're blue,
Totally
you
out
don't
of
know
touch.
where to go to. Why don't you go where pain sits?
Totally,
The
totally out of touch.
configuration.
Putting on the fit.
Clamping on your tits.
Type it on your tits.
And the only place he
Putting
shows
on
up
the fit.
is Democratic fundraisers.
Yeah. I guarantee if Pinhead were real, he would come out against Donald Trump, and then like the DNC would just be an orgy of fucking blood-fueled nightmare. They would be so giddy to be like, we can finally express ourselves properly through our violent, sadistic rape fantasies that we all fucking harbor clearly, but don't ever talk about because it's uncouth.
No, see, suffering is good.
Yeah.
Says the Pinhead.
Well, hey, Pope John Paul II said that suffering was good. So
He did say he had a suffering kink, and you needed to leave him be. It was
well,
not
no,
right.
it's
Well,
because
funny you should say that. They're
it's
probably
because
talking
God
about
has a
someone.
suffering kink.
All I'm saying is the original kink holders in these regards were called the Catholics, and look how they turned out.
Mm-hmm.
The original pain kink people. You think the Marquis de Sade wasn't a devout man?
They've never done anything wrong ever.
Yeah.
Of course they're a pain cult. They've got like a naked, just shredded guy looking like he just came from the gym, like nailed up on the wall in their like house of worship when you go in there.
Hey, look, see, what if we was all absolved of our sins right now? We could do whatever we want because we're absolved.
That's the Protestant philosophy. You can just be this kind of vulgar pervert because God's got your back anyway. Which is somehow infinitely worse.
I'm like a chosen person or something, see?
Yeah. I might be the real Jews. Every Protestant ever.
God damn it.
That one was perfect. I gotta commend you on that one. That was.
Yeah, sometimes Dan's got a banger. That's all I'm saying. Sometimes I have a banger. I know a thing or two.
The only
I've seen a
time
thing or two.
Dan is ever Polly is when he's banging on them jokes. Hey
Yeah.
yo!
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Yeah, we got there. See, look at that. We even got one of those references in. We're fucking killing it tonight. I'm just saying. We might actually be secretly good at our jobs, which is even funnier that we have no intent of being good at our jobs. And when you finally gain the intent to be good at your job, it's like, all right, you just go to a different show. Who cares? Go start your own. You'll make money.
I think if you, I wouldn't say, I would just say experience.
Experience.
Experience what?
Yeah,
Are
what
we
The
good at our
show?
job? Are we good at our jobs, or is it just experience?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, where are we going here? Sorry.
Yeah, well, I am solving the lambent configuration right now. We're gonna see how that goes.
You have been in your job for a while.
I have a good
I am
feeling
trying to
about that.
take drugs. Give me a second.
Yeah, I have a really good feeling about this, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Feeling like we're
About
gonna
your
come out
puzzle
just
box?
fine. Yeah, about my super puzzle box. It's making a weird
guys.
noise.
Quick, guys! Everybody suddenly do your job.
Yeah.
Come on, you're not doing it.
Well, we're not now. You put us on the spot. We were just riffing really good. We were having some bangers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I was making.
it's really hard to perform whenever you tell me how good I'm performing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have
Yeah,
ADHD,
you
dude. As soon as
this
you're
is all
telling me,
equivalent.
oh, I like that, it's fucked. I'm fucked. I'm done.
Yeah. We're anti-media.
Oh, you like that? Yep. You like that? Oh shit, I can't do it now.
Mhm.
Sorry.
We're
Sorry.
anti-media. We can't be caught doing that shit.
Well, 'cause,
Appeasing people.
See, MJP removed the little bit of a willing suspension of disbelief I had. I like to forget that there might be somebody listening.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
fuck,
the thing.
people are
I do
listening to
too.
this.
People might listen. God damn it.
Yeah. It's
Fuck
fucked up.
it.
That's the thing, man.
I can't do it while I'm being watched.
Exactly.
What if we?
Stop
What if
talking,
we
it makes
woke?
it crawl back up.
What if we walked away from a session one day and we didn't realize we had like 1 million followers?
Thank God that's not going to happen. I'm not appeasing an audience. Fuck that. There's no audience capture here. This is 50s television.
They'll be here, right? You'll be sitting here like what's that guy from Ghostbusters? Dan Aykroyd?
Yeah, Dan Aykroyd
Yeah,
going full
you'll be over here
psychotic.
like Dan Aykroyd, like fuck the fans. I don't care what they think, and I'm like, yeah.
Dan Cohen is anti-media.
Dun, dun, dun.
All of a sudden, we're like twitching one day, and like Hassan raids the Twitch.
Ugh.
There's like 10 million people just dropped into the fucking.
Expecting us to respond to their every fucking whimsy. No, thank you. You want to talk people?
Are gonna get disgusting.
You want to talk about prostitution? Streaming is the real prostitution by far. Streaming is real ass prostitution.
I don't know. I feel like
Yeah.
there's a lot of shit that's prostitution. That's prostitution.
Nope, that's the real prostitution. Because I'll tell you what, you got 10 million people yanking your body
The
in
real
every fucking direction, making ridiculous requests and demands for $5 a clip.
The others aren't real. This one is the real one.
Yeah. The only thing more gruesome than that is actual like Japanese style prostitution, where it's dubious that woman is 18 and it's dubious that woman is there of her own cognitive volition.
But she's chained
Yeah,
up to a
there are these two
radiator.
things. Yeah. They can't just put that on TV, Dan.
She's got so much control.
And that's the plot of Videodrome. What if they could, though?
I mean, I know I had to go through
They're
like
just robots.
17 virus-infested websites to find this, but it's probably fake.
I had to commit 2
She
U.S.
might
felonies to
be
get there.
18. Yeah.
With a name like
shit, only
absolutely fakesnufffilms.com, it's got to be legit.
Yeah.
It's on the internet.
I went to this website called Videodrome. It looks fine. I think it's fake. Did you know? Did anybody pay attention? Like, okay, have you guys ever watched Videodrome?
Probably sure, right?
No.
It has
No. Pauly Shore.
It has
No.
been many years, but yes.
Did you know the fun fact about Videodrome is that when they're like, this is secret Thai content, like that was like later in the movie, they're like, this is being filmed in Pittsburgh, PA.
I did not catch the Pittsburgh reference. No.
Yeah, we're the Videodrome monsters. Yeah.
Oh, Pittsburgh has a long and storied history of being in horror movies. Being in horror.
We're it, baby. We're the bad guys in the movie.
Horror capital of the world. I don't think that's like quite the thing you think it is.
Oh, we are known for our murderers.
Mm-hmm.
Homegrown, imports, we got them all.
Fuck yeah, we do.
You want to be scared shitless, sir? Come to our...
Welcome to Pennsylvania. You're about to be mortified at what we fucking produce content-wise.
Do 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 do.
Do.
Starts with an M, ends with an herder, starts with a V, ends with a drome, Videodrome. Filmed in Pittsburgh, PA.
Oh, it's the Cronenberg. Gotcha. Okay, yeah, that's totally different than what I was thinking. What the hell was I thinking?
You were thinking of Deliverance, also set in Appalachia?
Yeah, I'm doing doodling banjos over here as like a motherfucker.
You going in deep in the riffs? Doing solos?
Well, we do call certain parts of the state out that way Pennsyltucky.
Proudly living in Pennsyltucky, baby. Awful.
Yep.
It's dog shit.
Videodrome.
There's worse.
Kind of.
True.
There's better.
We're gonna have to do a film day for Videodrome or something?
We should. That movie rocks. I guess what I'm saying is...
I don't think I have it.
I have it, don't worry.
You got it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I got Videodrome somewhere.
I got the Mott's.
Is it the DVD Special Edition Deluxe?
Fuck yeah, it is. Chat, we're droming.
Oh, we're going to watch a movie? Sweet.
Did we?
Yeah, you didn't know we could watch movies? We totally just
No. We watched a bunch of Stargates and stuff. I knew we could watch things, but I didn't know we were going to right now.
I mean,
oh yeah, we also watched. We watched the Oblong.
Oh yeah, Mission Hill.
The chemical spill.
And Mission Hill and Clone High. That shit was tight.
Yep. Did you guys watch Clone High?
Yeah, that shit was tight.
That shit is tight. Oh my god.
That was the night we went like real late, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Yep.
I bet I could dig out.
We went hard.
Hold on, let me see what I can do.
These classic animated series aren't going to watch themselves.
Okay. I'm unironically a huge fan of Clone.
Ironically.
You know,
audio's restored. Cool.
I am a huge fan of butt fucking my dad.
That's a good call.
I thought Oblongs had more episodes. It didn't.
No, it was a pretty short series.
Yeah, it wasn't very popular at its time. It's one of those classic cult following shows. All right, let me see what I got here. I should have Videodrome, unless I've got it stashed away somewhere else.
I guess it's time to switch back to the computer then.
Oh, let's see. Sakura Diaries, Trigun Stampede, Najika Blitz Tactics, Nanako Kaiti Shinsho, Adventure Time Extras,
Trigun's good.
Isekai no Chusen Day World, Body Bags, that's a good one. Clone High, Fallout, Grenadier, Harry Potter, Knuckles, Kotetsu, Tenshi Kurumi, Late Night with the Devil, also I've heard is good. Where's my Videodrome at?
I ate it.
Did you eat it? I specifically asked you not to do that.
I know, I'm such a fucker, I'm sorry.
That's okay, you fucker.
But you brought her.
How late is everybody staying up? Videodrome is a bit of a time sink. I'm committed to this.
Oh, well, whatever. I can watch whatever.
If it's a time sink, we can do it next. We can do next week and just watch it through the entire show. Maybe.
Done. Sold.
Question.
Sold. Fixing this
Can we
problem.
find a time? Are we still recording?
Yeah. We haven't hit an
Depends.
hour yet.
Do you believe we're recording?
I believe I can fly.
We haven't hit an hour yet, so yeah. Got 15 minutes to wind it down on. Yeah, no, Videodrome's great. Videodrome rocks.
Yeah.
Basically,
I recently got to watch the Truman Show.
Really?
Yeah, I have never gotten around to
Yeah,
it.
Huh.
I've never watched this video. What is it? Videodrome or Drome? Like
Drome.
Drome with an M.
D-R-O-M-E. Yeah.
Thank you. I figured that's what it was, but I wanted to triple check.
Yeah, no, fair. It's Videodrome, and it's the premise is that this UHF station is looking for extreme content to put on to lure late night viewers over to it, and they come across BDSM pornography called Videodrome. So they start airing it, and it's like it's really going wild. It's really catching fire. But what they find out is instead of it being like a secret like snuff film or like hardcore pornography from Asia, like they were originally led to believe, it's coming from inside the United States. And then like it just gets wilder from there. Like that's just such a small part of the plot. So if you're like, oh, we just ruined it, no, it gets fucked up. It's a Cronenberg film, so like I have not done anything justice, and that was intentional. You got to see the horror that is Videodrome. It's amazing. It's notably it's one of the last times James Wood was still like with us mentally.
Yeah, I recall watching it at some point, but I don't think I just don't remember it.
So good. The Queen Debbie Harry's in it.
It's been so long.
Debbie Harry.
Blondie?
Yeah, Blondie.
Yeah. Cronenberg does fucking creepy crawly really well.
Yeah, so good.
Cronenberg.
So good. Man knows exactly what he's doing. It's a horror film par excellence.
He just created the monsters just out of nowhere.
Alright, are you playing it? Sorry.
No, I do a body bag though if you want to watch some filler for tonight. That I could throw on. Do you want me to?
What is it?
Body Bags, the old Gerard Carpenter film.
We might have to watch Videodrome at this point. Someone just popped in.
Who just popped in?
I don't know.
Yippig. Yeah, maybe.
One of our wellness regulars.
Okay. Well.
Wellness regular. Okay. Cool.
Look, I'm working on it.
Let the wellness begin.
I am well.
Thank you, child.
It's happening. It's so instant.
Well, all right. Hold on. I'm making it happen. Just give me a moment. I gotta force some things through.
Videodrome.
It'll take me a minute.
I was saying leave it for next time so we can get everybody to stick around.
Okay. Well, like I said, if anybody wants background film, I can throw on something. Hold on.
They can plan for it, you know?
What? That's not empty. Just give me my body bags. This movie rocks.
You could totally create an event in the Discord.
I don't have body bags either? What? I gotta have late night with the devil. Okay, I have late night with the devil.
Running with the devil.
Yep, we got a couple minutes.
I didn't know there was events. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, if we were more reliable, we could schedule those. Okay, so let's go live. And
yay, filler.
Precious filler. Filler that's not being picked up by the stream.
That's the best kind of filler.
It's the best kind of filler.
The kind that doesn't make any sense to anybody else.
Yep.
Because fuck them.
What are these guys watching here?
They're liking something. We're watching a Ken Burns documentary. Everybody leave us alone. Yeah, I'm totally down next week for Videodrome. Goon Fiend Films, huh? I don't know if I'm inspired by that or worried.
That says good
You gotta
fiend,
believe.
right? Wasn't that GOOD?
You gotta
That
believe.
was-
Use your
Cohen.
imagination.
It was Goon Fiend. Wild.
I love
What?
how companies just like make their logo, spend so much effort on their logo for no reason.
Yeah.
Because probably right around that time is when like a new graphics app came out, and they're like, "Oh, it does this really cool thing."
We gotta have one.
This came out like 2
Fine.
years
And
ago.
everybody
Yeah.
bought it, so it's like you have to use it.
Yeah, you gotta give them tax breaks somehow, I suppose, on your production. This one's supposed to be really fucked up.
Tomato late ice that show. Is that the Joker?
No.
Mindless violence lit up the sky.
America, the 1970s.
The energy crisis is real.
It should not
Time of
be.
unrest and mistrust.
I have never been a quitter.
It was a night of
Such
terror.
trouble.
Time
Farts
of
and
fear
poop.
and violence.
I think they can hear us.
Yeah, it's really chopping.
I thought it was just me.
Is it chopping? Okay. Yeah, we probably shouldn't do this while we're on stream just because they can hear it. We can do a recorded episode though and edit the audio out. Just learned something today, didn't we, folks?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it's long enough for a
did.
copyright strike.
Oh, it's something new.
Well, the audio wasn't really. We were talking, and it wasn't really like able to be heard even to that point.
You don't think?
Yeah, like I couldn't understand shit except screaming, and
Well, that's all that was going on though, was
that
screaming.
was about it.
Yeah.
That was a cool start.
Well, there's a lot of background transactions going on my computer, and I think the cores are finally starting to max out a little.
Oh, your computer's killing. Is struggling.
A little bit.
Well, we gotta give the computer a break.
It's multiple simultaneous downloads.
Yeah, cut it. We'll just plan for next week.
Okay. All right, I'll cut it. I don't like to cut it.
Yeah.
Oh, it went great. Yeah.
I know.
sure,
I know
sure.
you usually got to do like some kind of reset or something. I know you usually got to do some kind of format or something.
Oh, yeah, usually I do a reset to get it to run. I probably shouldn't run Age of Empires while I'm doing this. Oh, let's see if that fixes
That doesn't help.
it. Multiple downloads plus Age of Empires equals
Everybody's
computer
playing Age of
reboot.
Empires. Maybe I should play it.
You don't have like just infinite like processing resources. You
No.
just,
I
grind
also-
away on that shit in the background.
I also do have one of my favorite movies. I have In the Mouth
While
of Madness.
playing full motion video and streaming, I can't imagine why that would be a problem.
Yeah, it's hard to say. Who knows, really? Hold on, this is a banger right here. This is the uncut. Not that shit you can watch for free on the fucking thing. This is the uncut, baby. Unsnipped it. Hold on. In the Mouth of Madness, go live. How's that sound now? Sounding better?
Oh, did you pause it?
Oh yeah.
Pause what?
I thought it stopped for a second.
I'm in lane dancing right now. You can't see it, but I'm in lane dancing so hard. All right, folks. This has been the Sun's Tree Air. We love you. We're going to go have fun. We're going to have cool streamer